Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of American News. As everybody knows, our president, Donald Trump, has taken federal control over Washington, D.C., and there's been some radical changes in it. But being those radical changes are seen by different perspectives, by different people, I thought I'd bring those perspectives to you. From anywhere from a person who's going into a train station and seeing the crackdown to a woke whistleblower who decided she was going to alert the unhomed, as she says, to another lady who is explaining, a news lady, excuse me, who's explaining what it's really like where you in DC when you can't go into a giant food store with a backpack or if you're under age of 18 after 6 p.m. So let's get right to these videos. So in this next clip, this is at a giant store. There's 12 locations near Washington, D.C., where they're implementing a policy that if you're wearing a backpack, it's got to be below a certain dimension. And if you're not 18 years old, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You got to have an adult with you to go in because they're having so many thefts.
12 giant grocery stores in D.C. and Maryland. If you have a bag over 14 inches, you cannot take it inside the store. So what does that look like? Here's a backpack, 14 inches. This one can't go in. Also, if you're under 18 years old, you cannot go into this store after 6 p.m. without an adult. Giant store leaders say it is all because of thieves, and shoppers we spoke to say all these new rules, these are a small price to pay.
It's a private business. They can set their own rules.
Yeah.
You know?
This lady's right. It's a private business. They can set their own rules. But if their losses are getting so intense that they have to do it, go for it. Lock it up. Don't allow the kids to come in the evenings without an adult. I mean, I go to Florida. I go to other locations. You can go into a CVS store, and it's like going into having to ask permission to get a razor because it's all locked up in high security. That's pretty bad.
If you don't like it, shop somewhere else. It would also keep prices down for us as a consumer. And I think the stores are trying to do the best that they can to help the consumer out. And if that's what it takes, then that's what they have to do.
I'm for anything that works.
I agree with this lady. Anything that works. You know what? You go into New York City, you look at it, there's a lot of businesses that are closing down in areas, Chicago, because of the crime. People just walking in and stealing stuff, wrecking it. Certain groups of people going into like a Bojangles and just deciding to grab whatever they can and fix their own meals. They need to do whatever it takes to stop this craziness.
If it makes anything better for the community, and if it works for the kids, to keep the kids from coming in, I think because you should teach the kids not to steal. So anything,
simple, right?
Yeah, anything that works for the community and everything.
It's called No Fathers in the Home, and it's called not being disciplined. Or if you do the crime, you should do the time. You know, some kid go in there, they rip something off, and I just seen a video last night from Baltimore where these gangs admitted, or people in the neighborhood admit, that it's 13, 14, 15-year-olds that are going into stores, that are doing holdups, they're doing shooting because they know they can't be held responsible for it, and they're going to go to youth court.
Else.
It's unfortunate because apparently a lot of thefts has been happening, and that's the reason why. So they got to do something. Otherwise,
Just put her security at the front door.
we won't have a giant. So to prevent it from closing, I don't blame them. They got to do what they got.
Guys, there's got to be changes. There's got to be changes in the judicial system. There's got to be changes in the parenting, and these people have got to be responsible. So what do you guys think? Your comments below, and we will see you on the next.